Meanwhile, Hai Jidao passes a comforting message from the stellar commander to Lu Sheng and Ao Nong Turing. He promises that their families and friends in the 100 Great Star regions will be well taken care of, letting them travel to the star system's center with peace of mind. Placing a hand over his heart, Lu Sheng asks Hai Jidao to pass his sincere thanks to the commander. Still worried, Ao Nong Turing asks about their next steps, doubting they can keep traveling in their damaged ship. Hai Jidao calmly tells him not to worry. He explains that the stellar commander has already set up a new ship for them. As the three men float together in the starry void, a bright light shines in the distance. Hai Jidao says their ride is here. The bright energy suddenly tears open the fabric of space right in front of them. A massive, highly advanced spaceship flies out of the rift. Seeing this, Lu Sheng is amazed by the huge display of space power. He figures that crossing thousands of star regions to reach the hunting bow in half a cosmic year requires an immortal-level ship that can use stargates. Hai Jidao waves the group forward, saying the ship is here to pick them up and they should get on board. The giant ship shoots down a bright teleport beam. 15 level 12 martial artists float down to meet the group. As the strong guards land, a beautiful woman with purple hair steps out from the group, followed by her crew. Bowing respectfully, the purple-haired woman introduces herself as a worker for the Star Spirit Flower Chamber of Commerce. She warmly welcomes the respected Hai Jidao. Hai Jidao greets her as Miss Zai Yangshan. Smiling, he mentions it has been a long time and explains they need to catch a ride on her ship. Listening to them talk, Lu Sheng figures out the truth. Catching a ride really means they will act as bodyguards for the trip to the hunting bow. When Zai Yangshan asks who Lu Sheng and Ao Nong Turing are, Hai Jidao simply calls them his students. Lu Sheng quickly understands the situation. Zai Yangshan only agreed to take them because she needs Hai Jidao's great strength as a level 13 expert. To her, 2 level 12 students are basically useless extras. After boarding the huge spaceship, the 3 travelers are split up and taken to their own rooms. In his room, Ao Nong Turing is amazed. He stares at the size of his fancy cabin, seeing it has everything and is as big as hundreds of stadiums. It could easily fit a small city inside. Lu Sheng is just as shocked. He looks up at tall, real-looking skyscrapers built right inside his room, finding the crazy wealth hard to believe. Gathering golden lightning at his feet to fly, Lu Sheng thinks about this. If this huge city space is just normal treatment for Hai Jidao's students, the older warrior's room must be insanely grand. Flying high into the air to cross the city, Lu Sheng makes sense of the size. Since the ship is as big as a dozen planets, giving a passenger a city-sized room is no problem for its makers. Looking around his huge fake environment, Lu Sheng sees the ship's ability to support life is incredible. The vessel is split into millions of zones, each with its own working ecosystem. Curious about his room, Lu Sheng uses his sharp hearing to listen to the ship's crew talking far away. Through their talk, he learns that most of these zones actually hold the huge amount of cargo for the Chamber of Commerce. He also discovers the ship has 50 level 12 guards, and another level 13 expert working with Hai Jidao. Putting it together, Lu Sheng realizes the ship really needs Hai Jidao's fighting power. This explains why they made a special trip just to pick the 3 of them up. A hologram of Hai Jidao suddenly appears before Lu Sheng. He explains that the hunting bow is just another name for the center of the Heavenly Serpent Galaxy. If there are no accidents, they should arrive in 5 cosmic months. Catching the hint in his words, Lu Sheng asks if these accidents mean space pirates. Hai Jidao agrees. On a long trip covering thousands of star regions over many months, avoiding pirates is almost impossible. Still, he promises Lu Sheng that normal pirates would never dare attack a heavily guarded ship like this one. Lu Sheng quickly understands the dark meaning behind that. Any pirate group brave enough to actually attack them would be very dangerous. Hai Jidao agrees with him. He takes a moment to speak deeply about how a man's true goals have always been out in the vast sea of stars. He explains a sad truth about the universe. Many eager young men travel into space looking for adventure, only to slowly turn into cruel space pirates. Getting back to facts, Hai Jidao explains why they didn't bring their own ship. The trip is too long to survive without an immortal-level vessel. Since their 2 home commanders share just one ship, borrowing it was impossible. Floating high above his fake city, Lu Sheng agrees with this logic. Having their own top-tier ship wouldn't keep them safe anyway. A small crew in a rich ship would just turn them into a big target, causing desperate attacks from greedy enemies. Hai Jidao adds that immortal-level ships are very rare because they are built from beasts at level 14 or higher. Only a huge group like the Star Spirit Flower, backed by multiple experts, has the money to own one. Also, only this kind of ship can survive the harsh pressure of a stargate. Curious about the idea, Lu Sheng asks how stargate travel actually works. Hai Jidao uses an example. Normal space jumping is like folding a single piece of paper to cross a gap. But stargates fold endless layers of space into a wormhole, crossing them all at once. This is the only way to travel much faster than light. Lu Sheng is shocked by the idea. He realizes that stargate travel is on a much higher level than the simple space folding he knew before. Thinking about this, Lu Sheng remembers a clear energy he felt earlier that felt like melting wax. He now knows it was pure space power. This gives him a bold idea. If he mastered this power, could his physical body travel through stargates alone? Eager to know, Lu Sheng directly asks Hai Jidao this ambitious question. The older warrior is shocked at first, muttering about a body crossing a stargate. After a short pause, he firmly confirms it is actually possible. But Hai Jidao quickly lowers his hopes. While it works in theory, almost no one can do it. He admits that out of all the strong people he knows, not a single one has done it. When Lu Sheng asks why it is so impossible, Hai Jidao explains universal laws. Most laws don't have strict power rankings. However, there is one specific law that everyone agrees is the absolute strongest. As a giant cosmic clock appears behind him, Hai Jidao reveals the name of this supreme power, the law of space-time.